Hey guys, Matthew here with BTC Daily Reflections. It's currently 12:46 p.m. Central Time, Minnesota way here. It's been a while since a couple days since I did a quick little video here, other than some shorts, my funny little shorts that I think they're funny, anyways. But currently we got 71,128 for Bitcoin, and we've had a week where this past week it's been up a little. And that's all right, especially like we were saying with the talks that were going on and the ceasefire and all that and things like that. Then the oil prices were going up, and lately people have been saying, when the oil prices are going to be going up, that Bitcoin's going to be following. Currently here, there's been a lot of news, different things going on. Like, I can go on and on for it, but like, Iran was using some ways around getting by some of the sanctions, and they were, telling people that they want to have prices for Bitcoin, for some of the oils that pass through the Strait of Hormuz and all that stuff. But all that's affecting a little bit, right? So we've had some volatility, in the upside, and that's all right. And we're still under those limits, that those further price movements that we were talking about further down for the higher time frames, getting down to 60,000 and 64,000 first, and then lower, down towards 52.48. Those are still not out of the question. It's just going to take a while, and things like this, it happens. And that's good though. That's fine. That's showing that the market's moving along and things will be okay. So we're just rocking that. But again, it's been some good movement there and good news, and hopefully we can get things figured out, and then this war stuff stops. That would be nice. Personally, I feel that would be nice. Anyways, again, like I said, we're sitting around those movements. We got the weekend here, of course, it's the end now, but usually there's a lot of sideways motion, so to speak, on the weekends. People that are watching this channel by now probably already are aware of all this stuff, but just things to talk about. So it was nothing too crazy this weekend. We're down a little bit now today, and Monday's coming, so usually Monday's one of the days where statistically it's one of the up days, but we'll see what happens. If people want to play the short game or whatever, it might be a darn good time today to make a little bit of money overnight. If you got like 10 grand or something laying around, you want to chance it. Again, that's up to you. Trade at your own risk, but you might be able to make some of these shorts, work for tomorrow, things like that. Or, there's some price movements and stuff you can watch out for, and people that have these exact little goals for the short-term stuff that you can check out, and, again, trade at your own risk. For me, I can't really do that. Sorry, got a fuzz there trying to get. I can't really do that. I'm just more, like I said, into it for the long term here. So I got these long-term movements and price goals set in mind, and that's what I'm thinking about here. And my shirt's a little funny because I still got to have since I had my tattoo done, I got to keep it oiled. It's just funny how that darn stuff will soak through. This has only been going for, I had the oil on for all day here, keep the tattoo lubed up, and it don't take long for these shirts to soak the oil up. Shows how good these cameras are in these phones, huh? But anyways, again, Monday, like I said, it's coming. It should be an up day, statistically. It's a darn good day, if people are looking again for stuff on Mondays. It's statistically the best day to make some movement, and then of course Wednesday's coming up, and we know how that goes. Wednesday is statistically the highest volatile day, whether it's up or down, but people can make some movement and money off that as well if you're willing to play that little short game again. Like I said here, it's had a couple days off, of course, and I was thankful because last night I was able to go back to recovery here for a little bit, like the daily reflection type stuff. I was able to go to a meeting with my daughter last night, NA meeting, so that was good. She's 16, so I like it. She's gone with me a couple times. I like bringing her some of those and listening and just listening to people's stories, because instead of watching stuff on movies or hearing things on movies or TV, things that are fake, these are real stories from real people that how life can be very tough for some people. So I think it's good for people to end up listening to that. And meetings, again, are a great way because it's a group therapy, and it's a good way to stay sober, and it's a good way to stay connected, whether you're sober or not, or just working on it, or trying to figure life out, or just feel better about yourself. It's a good way to do it. Group therapy is huge, and the NA and AA meetings and others alike, Al-Anon and all that, those ACA, Adult Children Alcoholics. That's a darn good one too. That gets real deep. If you want to go to one of those meetings, man, I'm telling you what, you're going to find out there's some deep stuff going on. You got rooted in yourself. There's a lot of people that go to the ACA for the first time, and if they have had any kind of alcoholism or drugs in their family before in a household growing up, chances are as an adult, the first ACA meeting you go to, you might even catch yourself crying a little bit, big tough guy or not, because it gets real deep, dude. Those meetings get deep. And like I said, it just lets you know that you're definitely not alone, but everyone's got a little bit of problems. And, these situations and meetings came up for a reason because people need them and people need help, So that's what we do. And that's how it keeps moving forward, man. And again, I want people to suggest I promote this as much as I can. I don't care. The 319aagroup.org, check that stuff out. I put the link on my other shorts before. And I got posts about it too. Check out that Zoom meeting, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. AA meeting, but it's not strictly alcohol. They'll let addicts and stuff in there too. They're pretty open-minded to that. That's recovery-based. It doesn't matter. They're not going to shoo you away or kick you out off of Zoom just because you say, don't just have a problem with alcohol. But, that stuff goes. But it's very important to do and check that out, And there's another link I was going to put to the Hazelden Betty Ford Clinic here in Minnesota. One of the good things that come out of Minnesota, other than Vikings losses and maybe a few Twins World Series in the past. But North Stars, they left. It don't matter, man. They went down to Texas. So we got things. But you could say that it's just nice knowing that we got, the Hazelden Betty Ford Clinic. Like I said, there's the little black book that people are familiar with in alcoholism, the 24 Hours a Day book. But they got daily readings out of there, and there's 5. It's the little black book. It's daily women's recovery. She does recover, things like that. There's the men's reading. There's Overeater. So actually I like, because if you take the food out of it and use whatever addiction thing you want or whatever, but the food one has the Overeaters one has a great message. I love that. And then it's got an Al-Anon book in there as well. So it's nice, and those are all free, man. You don't got to pay for them. You don't got to pay a subscription. It's just, like I said, through the Hazelden Betty Ford Clinic, the AA Thought for the Day, and it'll take you right there, right to that link. There's a drop down. You click on it, and you can read the daily readings from all those books. And then you can go back to 365 days in the past, too, and then you can find any date you want. So it's not just some things like that are like that on the internet where it's just that day. You can only check out that day, but these you can go back and you can check any date you want or any date in the future here. So you can pick the date in the books even. So it's really cool to see. So I want you guys to try checking that out too. Anyways, we'll just hang in here. It's Sunday. We'll see what happens. We'll see what Monday brings. Again, there might be some opportunity there for people to do some short-term gains here between tonight and tomorrow morning. Or tomorrow mid-afternoon, 10 o'clock usually is about the time when it spikes, but you know what I'm saying. You guys know how to do that game. So if you want to try, and that's up to you, man. Trade at your own risk again, So anyway, you guys take care, and I want to appreciate the people that have been subscribing to the shorts. I know they're goofy and silly sometimes, but it makes me laugh, so hopefully I make other people laugh as well. Keep it going, and like, subscribe, whatever you got to do. Hit notifications if you can here, because this is something I like to do now, and I'm going to keep trying to do. And even just a couple of people, it's nice, and make comments and stuff, I'm down for that too. All right, you guys, take care. Bye now.